Part 2. Verdant Wind. Great Tree Moon. Blood of the Eagle and Lion. Now in control of the Great Bridge of Myrddin, the Alliance army invades the Imperial territories. In response, the Imperial army garrisons soldiers at Fort Merceus.
So it seems like this chapter is Blood of the Eagle and Lion, so we can expect the... whatever the theme that I'm forgetting the name of right now, but we can expect basically the Blue Skies in a battle freaking rematch against them two nerds. See how our units add up, except we've already taken out Ash and Ferdinand von Eyre, and oh, it's saddening.
All of that went about as well as it could have. Each lord has agreed to provide us with soldiers and supplies.
I'm impressed you were able to convince all of those scattered nobles to help us. I thought they would quarrel about how much support they should each provide. That's what they usually do.
Well, Count Gloucester took the initiative in taking on responsibilities. I presume that was because you spoke with him in advance, Lawrence.
I merely explained the situation at hand. Then my father simply followed your lead, Claude. It was because you had the professor there to represent Lady Rhea. My father is a pious follower of the Church of Seiros.
I don't doubt it. I wasn't under the delusion that it was my personal charm that unified everyone. Thanks for that, by the way. I hope you don't feel like I used you, because I sort of used you.
Don't mention it.
I appreciate that. We don't have time to be picky about our methods. But be honest, you're having a hard time adjusting to your new role, aren't you? You weren't even a follower of Seiros to begin with, and somehow you've ended up as a representative of the Church. I realize that you might feel guilty about deceiving the believers for our cause. But this is just what the Archbishop wanted, and she's the highest authority in the Church. Besides, as wielder of the Sword of the Creator, it's undeniable that you're special. I think you should be more confident in yourself and use your position to the fullest.
I have news. Our enemy is gathering troops at Fort Merceus. Their army is immense, likely led by a renowned general, or perhaps even...
Shia LaBeouf. Edelgard?
Well now, that would be interesting. If we can defeat the Emperor, then the Empire will collapse.
There's something else. An unidentified army has approached the Great Bridge of Myrddin. They passed through the Daphne and Gloucester territories from the northwest with incredible speed. They're raising the banner of House Blathid. Perhaps they are the remnants of the Fargus royal family. From what we could tell, they posed no threat to the citizens of the Alliance, and so we refrained from engaging them in needless combat.
Maybe they hope to fight against the Empire to avenge their fallen prince. And what about the bridge itself?
Obviously, we wouldn't let them pass without receiving envoys first. We thought they may try to force their way through. We considered firing warning arrows, but they left immediately, heading east.
Are they intending to use one of the bridges in Ardelia territory?
Most likely. But the Imperial Army still controls those bridges. I can't imagine what they intend to do in the Empire, even if they do manage to break through.
I'm reluctant to ease up on our surveillance, but it would be difficult to track them there. For now, let's assume they're just troops belonging to the Old Kingdom. In any case, we should proceed with caution. Soon we'll be entering Empire territory ourselves. If our enemies are going to intercept us with an attack, it will probably be at Gronder Field. How fitting that it was the site of the Battle of the Eagle and Lion 5 years ago.
Alright, we made it to... Wait, Claude accepted the Silk Dragon armor from Nardell and obtained the certification for the Barbarossa class. Oh? Whoa, he has a big white dragon now!
Still got some hidden potential.
Whoa! Whoa! I guess that's the upgrade of his unique class then. Did I even master the one that came before it though? Hold on. It doesn't show unique there. Hold on. Whoa, wait. Hold on a hot second. Reclass, Claude. I didn't even master the one before it. Maybe I should... I'm really close to mastering that one. Maybe I should master it first. Oh, I don't need to turn on the Doogie cam. The Doogie left. In the tradition of Elmira, Claude wields a bow while riding the skies on his wyvern. He can move again after taking certain actions. Can I see, like, the class skills? Outside of battle? No? Darn you, game. Welp? Yeah, we have the freaking albino dragon, I guess. Huh. Well? Also, what support conversations are available? How many did I get over here? Just those two. I need to build up these other ones at some point. We'll see the support conversations at a later time. I need to get Master Seals. So, I mean, I could potentially, spend Renown to build up my support with, like, some other characters who are out there and still alive. And, not have to kill as many people during the Blood of the Eagle and Lion. But this is the way that we've chosen for this route this time. Is playing it, like, sort of the way that it was intended on a blind playthrough, actually having to deal with killing characters and stuff.
If they're coming
But yeah, in CF, is that, oh, Crimson Flower? Ray is really freaky? I don't doubt it.
Who knows what they'll do, or what side they'll take.
I don't doubt
Not
that.
sure how we're supposed to form a strategy with so many unknowns.
Did that autocorrect to cereal, or is that a meme name to call cereal? Don't worry, I can handle it, because if so, that's freaking great. Either way, I mean.
Make me feel better. Anyway, we've come this far. Let's just keep putting one foot in front of the other and see how far we get.
I remember one of the memes that I believe I have in my folder for Fire Emblem Three Houses shows Hubert essentially giving a report with a picture that shows Cyril on a dragon, on a wyvern, I guess. And Hubert is basically giving the report of, be aware, everyone. The Immaculate One has brought your cringe-ass Nene baby to the battlefield. Please be on high alert. Essentially. Never call Cyril by his real name, it's boring. My, oh my. Let's do some purple flower seeds. Screw it, sure. Cultivate this crap. Also, thinking about stuff that I get from that all, I might have some more I might have some more stat boosting thingamabobs. I need gauntlets because they're OP. We might have gotten some more stat boosting items for, yeah, I have a few things. We got a whole bunch of white Veronas. Increased resistance. May wind up using those somewhere. Maybe. Do you want the thingamabob? You want all the thingamabobs? Okay, so then. Yeah, let's go talk with Cereal. I need to go. What was I gonna go check? I was gonna go check something here. Master Seals.
Everything.
I was gonna get Master
You never
Seals.
can tell when Lady Rhea might be back.
Master Seals, Master Seals, Master Seals, Master Seals. Hi.
There's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered. I hope things go back to normal soon.
So do I with this whole
Plenty more to
COVID-19
smile
business.
about, aside from my great deals.
Wait, isn't this the same thing she says every time? Since there's some rare valuable secrets. Yeah. Secret shop.
Welcome.
Let's see here. Master Seal.
Is that the one?
I can literally get unlimited Master Seals from here. I'm getting 6.
Thanks a bunch.
Unbelievable. My goodness, I could get a bunch of these. It's tempting.
Come back soon.
It's tempting. I love the Dark Merchant.
Hello.
Hello!
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends! I love this. I love the Dark Merchant so much. He's my favorite. Grab the mint leaves and stuff.
Right.
You have to say, Shamir.
Reconnaissance is becoming more of a risk the deeper we move into enemy territory. If I don't come back, assume I'm dead.
Okay. You just think the way that I know you won't get understood.
Good. We have to be realistic.
You just think the way Stab Booster works
Don't
is that you
waste
just
your
hold them and like,
energy
get the Stab Booster, so many items also could be used for weapons and stuff. Oh no.
Professor.
Oh, that's painful to hear.
Since you secured the Great Bridge of Murden,
Trade got a lot easier within the Empire. Nevertheless, profits are rather thin compared to how it was 5 years ago.
You can't
Be much of a trader unless you're prepared to traverse the whole of Fodlan. Righto. Well,
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
nothing to report.
I hear we're sending troops to Gronder Field next. Is that what's what?
Alright,
That
sounds
whole
good,
area
Hawks.
is in the territory of
Hope
House
you have a
Borders.
good sleep,
It's
though.
famous as the main granary of Fodlan.
Hope the 12-hour Bioshock session was fun.
Probably wouldn't have to worry about food anymore. Bread for all.
Bread for all. I'm getting a bit hungry. After I wrap up the stream, I'm gonna go eat.
I gotta say,
And then I'm probably not gonna sleep. Probably just gonna stay awake.
Recognize your enemies on the battlefield.
Honestly. Everyone gets that feeling.
So you can't avoid it, huh? How did everything get so messed up?
I didn't recruit anybody.
Well,
Well, I recruited a few people.
That's probably the worst thing about war. Win or lose, I still get a bad taste in my mouth.
Three Houses makes a lot of very interesting arguments, and I think that it has a freaking absolutely fantastic world and lore that it builds up and themes that it has. It just sucks that I really don't like the repetitive nature and ways that it like handholds and forces options and stuff like that. There's a fantastic game under the surface. There's just too much surface to dig under. That's my opinion of this game.
Their army. Never thought I'd see the day. You'd never guess from the calm looks on everyone's faces, though. I mean, we're probably all gonna die. Let's be honest. If you don't mind me saying,
Says the guy
you don't
wearing
look like you're in
chains.
the middle of a crisis either. Oh, perhaps that was a little rude of me.
He's got the best.
Actually, it's the
Nice,
great
Aaron.
name now, isn't it?
I
Not
wish
that
I could say
anyone
the
did
same
much
for
to
my
live besides
classes.
the New Year, of course.
But that's awesome to hear. All my classes are freaking. Well, they're wacky, to say the least. Yeah. I love how it's like everybody's motivation increased when Violet is the MVP and they all increased by like one whole point can be taught in the classroom. It's freaking
I did not
dumb.
expect much from the dining hall.
Lawrence is just gonna gladly partake in some food, the special of today, after he's so proud of himself because he, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, defeated the Ferdinand von Ayer. This is canon now in this playthrough. Oh my goodness. But yeah, you're gonna try to do it 24 hours someday, Hawks. I'd say definitely be aware of like,
Yummy.
you know, when the best time to wake up to start it is, that you can see yourself pushing 24 hours. Like, I usually wake up at about 5 a.m. and then go 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. for my 24-hour streams and such. Because I know that I can wake up early and stay up late, but I can't sleep in all day and then stay up until the next day. I mean, that's sort of almost what I'm doing right now. Yesterday, I went to sleep at 8 a.m. I had my alarm wake me up at 2, so...
Oh, damn. It's losing everything.
I would have liked to have slept longer, but I didn't want to sleep the whole day away. And then, so I got up at like... No, I got up at 1, I think. Something like that. No. I think I got up at 2 today, I guess, or something like that. And it is currently 7:13 a.m., like the following day, I guess, after streaming this in an 8.5 hour sitting. I did an hour of Dead by Daylight before this. In basically just under an 8-hour sitting of this game. I, already didn't get as much sleep as I would have liked before. And, now I have no idea how I'm feeling. And I have no idea what my mental state is like. But, like, I kind of stopped feeling tired a little bit ago. This is how I spent my weekend. It's been freaking destroyed by this Fire Emblem Three Houses stream and my 1,000 follower celebration stream the other day. Why do I do this to myself?
Right? Reminds me of the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Yeah, right?
But of course, that was a very different time.
Oh, yeah.
When it was over, all 3 class heads complimented each other on their bravery. And then we had a party. But we can never go back to that, can we?
Well, I can reload some old save files, but I mean... Excuse me. Scoozy, I guess I'm gonna talk to some people. What happened to me?
Deer House, but that was a little before your time, Professor. We won the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Of course, we mostly have Holst to thank for
Someone
that.
just despawned in the
And
distance.
now he's the greatest general in the Alliance. I didn't do so great in comparison.
Poor guy. What happened to me? He asks. So there's some quest all the way over there. It's fun bunny is asleep, so see y'all next year. Alright, I appreciate you stopping by hanging out. Mortis Volt, I hope you have a good night or day or whatever the heck it is. After this exploration, I'm gonna end the stream. Why is there like nothing here? Okay, there is. It's just not a whole lot. Did I... Restfelg Bud? Did I just say? Like, considering how long I've been streaming, what hour it is, and how much my throat is hurting. This exploration is gonna be the end of this session. I'm just gonna wrap up the exploration such and make it to the next free day. And such, because that makes the most sense to me in my head and yada yada. So I will do exactly that. Edmundunian. That's like very similar to the name of our capital city here in Alberta. Alright, see ya parallel me for my Blue Lions playthrough, I guess, or something.
So much.
But yeah, you have a lot of that time to think of it as you're 76 away from that? Wait, what? Oh, 76. Oh, away from 100. I was like, wait, what's this 76?
I have gratitude.
I'm like, where is this number? What happens if I turn this upside down?
Thanks so much.
Huh, I guess it's just reverse then. As one would figure. Thought maybe it would bug out or something. Maybe, if I was lucky. Who it is? I can't talk yet? Oh, I can.
Suggests that Hubert is around too.
Whoa.
He is minister of the Imperial household after all.
He's a minister.
He's been around Edelgard since they were children. I suppose he must be pretty happy with his current position.
Oh, that's why I couldn't talk to Ingrid.
I've cut all contact with my family since joining this fight. Were I to see soldiers of the Galatea family amidst the host flying the royal family's banner, well, all chance of reconciliation with my father would end there. I do not know if that is the right path.
Well, you're along this wacky journey
I've
now.
come this far. There's no time for second guessing. Not anymore.
What is the quest that we have over here? What's this item? Green flower seeds. Okay. There's an orange unit, someone who's not in my house, but I can recruit into my... What? What do you have? Help me.
I could use a hand.
Whenever I think about the next battle, my knees won't stop shaking. I'm scared of getting hurt or worse, being forced to play Fortnite after I'm captured prisoner as a form of torture. Is there a medicinal herb I can use to calm my nerves? Want some weed? What's going on here? Welp. Oh, that's why it's an orange unit.
Leader, the Alliance Lords haven't been
but I can't
especially
recruit
unified. Now they're suddenly united for a common cause. As a result, the Empire hasn't been able to perform even one successful incursion.
Nice.
Rather, we're the ones who might get the jump on them. It's incredible. Magical, even. Maybe his strategic genius was simmering for those 5 years, and it returned to a full boil once you two were reunited. Or maybe he always knew he'd meet you again, and he was preparing for that this whole time.
And the Blue Lions route against the Empire, it's very much like against your favor, like story-wise, because you have to like go liberate the kingdom from the Empire's control and such. Whereas there's nothing like that in the Golden Deer route, so it's just like, oh, we're like slowly gaining the upper hand. Isn't that crazy? With the strategic genius Claude coming out.
I've been able to study the Great Bridge of Murden at my leisure.
Difference in
know
routes
what?
and such.
It's an astounding structure. So much history there.
I'm gonna do spins
Imagine
now.
how much time and effort it must have taken to build
That hurts my
something
eyes.
that big. Over water, no less. I hope that someday it will be opened up to the people of Fodlan. A historical site, rather than a military checkpoint.
Flane? I guess I'm talking to people this time.
Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
I'll go to the sauna since it's right around the corner, methinks.
Since then. Can you recall whether it was before or after I joined your class, Professor?
It was after, because I remember in my second playthrough you forgot to bring your dodgeball uniform. That one time.
I'm glad you have not forgotten. It was shortly after I joined your class. I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was literally half a year ago in real life time that you joined my class, so I mean, you know, because I kind of took a big break from this game. But now, I'm seeing it through to the end. This playthrough at least. I don't know about the other thing, but like, this playthrough at least. Alright, you're in your thing, so that doesn't matter too much. You're in your thing, that doesn't matter too much. I don't know what I'm doing with Ignatz, honestly. Yeah, Hilda needs to develop things for sure. Like, I may as well take a bunch of people into the sauna just to develop, like, their skills further, I guess, even if they don't need it to get, like, into classes anymore. I suppose. Is what I could always do. Increase all that stim. Increase it real good. I want to make Hilda my great knight freaking walking fortress. Is what I need her to be. More steam. Let there be more steam in the sauna. I guess stay longer. Come on. Dang it. So I would have had to have increased steam like all 5 times. Unbelievable. Look at that freaking glowy Dagron. Yeah, wouldn't mind developing Leonie's flying a bit more. Maybe I will wind up giving her Vantage Wrath Defiant Crit. Like, again, I'm armed with the knowledge that at the end of this save file, I can never really use it again. It's just gonna be gone forever. But, like, I still can't help but have, like, the satisfaction of breaking this game completely in 2. You know? It's just a kind of satisfaction with it. Oh, wow, perfect. And also, I feel like I have gotten way more into this game again, starting the new stuff with Golden Deer. Like, I was especially burnt out and hating the game, coming back to it, like, before the time skip, and I was like, ugh, this is all the same stuff that I've seen however many times. But now that I'm, like, you know, doing the post-time skip of this route and seeing, like, relatively new stuff and having, like, new experiences, like, even if they're dark ones, like taking out Ferdinand, it's been engaging enough that I've, like, gotten back my drive for finishing this, seeing this through. Like, when I came back to this game after my half-a-year break, I was just like, oh my goodness, this literally pains me so much. I don't want to play this anymore. Freaking get it out of my face. But now that I forced my way through past the time skip and such, I honestly, I've gotten into the groove. Like that's probably kind of been evident with the fact that I've been, like, grinding again instead of just, like, skipping all grinding opportunities and bum rushing. But, like, you know, I am feeling a bit of the groove again. But that doesn't change the fact that doing the pre-time skip, I'm probably gonna freaking hate everything again. So, like, you know, I need to be careful with, like, how many hours I put into this game, how I put hours into this game. And I probably just shouldn't do Crimson Flower because, my goodness. As we were discussing during the last stream, there is a very strong chance that I already, as is, might have the longest Fire Emblem Three Houses series on YouTube, at least in English. At least in this region, because I know sometimes it typically only shows you, like, stuff from your, like, area of the world-ish. But, you know, I haven't seen any other series, as I've tried to search for them, of anywhere close to the same amount of parts that I have, which I've looked up just out of curiosity and such. I guess I'll bring in Yuri and stuff. But yeah, I just thought about having tea with students. You want to and should lie in a corner and cry. Pick an option, nod, laugh, agree. I don't know why the freaking options are so weird and don't really make any sense. Like, you'll be like, nod, laugh, agree, any one of those, and then they'll be like, oh, that's not that good. Or whatever the hell. Game's weird. No, I misclicked. I meant to... Holy heck. That was a close one. That was a close one. Maybe I should just stay with a very refresh bonus. I don't know if I would undo it if I got something lesser with my other point. I, like, never do the freaking tournament. Silver Axe Plus? I don't need it. I could look at some weapons at some point, but, like...
The usual method is to form a hypothesis, then test it with experiments.
Isn't that just called the scientific method?
Reveal facts and falsehoods, yet sometimes they also unveil an exception. You seem to be
I just got out of the sauna. Why are you telling me this? Sorry about that.
Worry not, Professor. Exceptions are what make my work interesting. Why don't the rules apply to you? I will find out eventually. I feel it is my
You want a sauna in your game?
Scholar.
What with it being a DLC thingamabob? Let's develop this a bit, I guess. I literally never... I can fling spells. I literally never do it. It basically never happens. You know what I could do that I haven't done in probably over half a year in real life time? Is check the advice box. But buying the DLC isn't really worth it for you? Yeah, I mean, I honestly really like the DLC side story. It's, like, hella challenging. It's, like, the definition of, like... And it's not, like, the kind of challenging where it's just, like, pure RNG kind of thing. Like Fire Emblem Awakening, Lunatic Plus Classic, or even Maddening mode in this game, where a lot of the time it's freaking RNG. Instead, it only goes... There's only normal and hard. There's no Maddening mode, rightfully so. I played it on a hard classic. And because your units are like preset, like you start the DLC side story with like this handful of units and you just go from story chapter to story chapter with this handful of units, they like handcrafted the hard moments to be just barely beatable with like the most fine-tuned of strategies. It's freaking insane. It's not like maddening mode in the main game where it's just like, oh, well, who knows what the player's party setup is going to be by here? Who knows what their levels are going to be? Who knows what their skills are going to be? Who knows what their abilities are going to be? Who knows what their classes are going to be? So because all these things are variables that could change from player to player, let's just make all the enemies stupidly hard with like nothing to like base it off of or like playtest off of or anything like that. No like common normalized strat to base our testing off of, essentially. Let's just make all the enemies stupidly hard. In Hard Classic, Ashen Wolves, the DLC side story, because it's just like a set of story chapters with like preset units, with like preset classes that you can't customize around or change, they like handcrafted the levels to be like perfectly as hard as can be while still being beatable is what it feels like. And it's freaking insane. Some of the levels of it are like so crazy and so satisfying to beat because it's not like freaking Maddening Classic main story stuff here, or Lunatic Plus Classic Awakening, for example, where it's like, we don't really know what the player's gonna have by this point, so let's just throw a whole bunch of random bullshit at them and see what happens. Like, in the DLC, it's like, actually handcrafted to be, like, perfectly around what they have preset for you to have. And it's honestly some of the most fun I've had with stupidly hard Fire Emblem gameplay in a long time. Because I always play these games on the hardest difficulty, and usually it's just like stupidly hard BS RNG that I deal with. But that was a time where it's like, holy crap, I actually have to play like perfectly, and it's up to my own skill what happens here, not just RNG. But yeah, don't know why I must play so many words today. Now making you want to buy the DLC, hoping you at least have a provisional agreement. Wait, what is a provisional agreement? But anyway, the DLC, like, it does give you the DLC characters within the main story and stuff, but like, and they are actually really fun to use in the main story, but like, you know, if I didn't already have the DLC and I wasn't planning on coming back to the main story of this game, I like wouldn't really care about that, considering, you know, I just want to put this game down and not really hop into the main story again because of like, oh boy, how repetitive things are. But honestly, I had a lot of fun with the DLC side story. I had a lot of pain with the DLC side. You want to see freaking I can find part of the clips of what I dealt with the DLC side story. The hardest map is this one where you have a set amount of turns to escape the map through this crazy labyrinth. And right before the exit, they spawn like 20 enemies that are all like, you can't just easily take them out in one turn. Hold on. Wait, I'm gonna find this. So, parts 1 to 60 was my first playthrough. Parts 61 to 165 was my second playthrough, Blue Lions. And then, alright, these 10 parts, 166 to 165 was the DLC side story, just those 10 parts. A harrowing escape. This is what it is. This is what it is right here. Let me show you what a harrowing escape looks like. Look at all those red markers. So yeah, she has... If you play in Hard Classic, the DLC side story, you need to get past all these dudes. You have a set amount of turns to get past all these dudes by the end to an escape point down here. And this is how many dudes are like blocking the way. Yuri can literally just do it from here. Look at all the dudes that want to go after Ash. I had to do stuff like this to get like tiny little extra tiles of movement with the switcheroos. Like that, and then I believe I had Edelgard come up and, oh yeah, every time you had somebody make it past that line, another unit spawned at the end. So you had to do like the most perfectly placed gambits and just, oh, it was a freaking mess. Oh, I felt really proud of that play, I remember, because it like stunned them all. So I was like temporarily safe. But like, the hoops I had to jump through. 4 turns left until the gates close. So you literally can't even play it patiently. Oh, and look at this.
What actually is this crap? Okay.
Look at this. Yep. One of these random assassins can just, or one of these random mages or whatever the heck, can literally just like kill Ash just like that. It's like stupidly hard, but not in an RNG kind of way. It's the stupidly hard where it's like, the only way you're getting out of this is if you play like perfectly. And it's like the most insane strategy gameplay I may have ever experienced in my life, honestly. Like, it is certainly something, to say the least. But with enough time, I did figure out how to get through there. It's, my goodness gracious, it's something, to say the least. If you ever pick up the DLC and are thinking about trying it in hard classic, know that you have to deal with stuff like that, where you literally have to play basically perfectly in order to do it. But, like, it's interesting. Maybe use the wrong word there. How do you call it when you get part of the money of selling something? What, like a freaking commission? Commission can have, like, multiple definitions, though. I may not have the best intentions, but I'm still a criminal. If the world I'm fighting for has guys like me in it, it's not a better one. When can I start over with a clean state? How about right now? You didn't like that, Yuri!
I heard that some unidentified troops have appeared, but apparently
Why are you staring?
The flag of the Vargas royal family. Do you
It's my own conversation. Why are you staring?
His country was taken before he ever wore the crown.
Sounds nice. Maybe I'll buy the DLC eventually. It's painful if you play on hard classic, but like, it's painful in the way where it's like, you're dealing with something that's so like finely handcrafted that you have to play perfectly, instead of just being like, let's throw a whole bunch of random bullshit at the player and hope that they can maybe do it.
Claude, but I feel uneasy.
Like the main story Maddening Classic is, or Fire Emblem Awakening Lunatic Plus Classic is.
Come surging into Alliance territory.
So it's a very different experience, to say the least. But it's intriguing. If you want to see what it's like, just check out like the VODs of what I have, essentially. I won't let it happen.
Thank you, Professor. I'll fight
if you're curious what it's like, there's always like the VODs to check that out. Yes, it's commission, the German word is provision. But I mean, commission, I say it can have multiple definitions because it can like mean a couple different things. Like, for example, when I pay somebody to make a thumbnail for one of my videos, I pay them a commission, which is just like me paying for like the whole work, essentially. Like, I pay them the full price of, you know, them doing the thing for me. But commission can also be like, oh, I was involved with something, I get like a cut. So it can mean like both those things.
But I wonder if everything really will be okay.
Like, if I'm trying to get thumbnails from people, I commission art from them, for example.
And the troops headed south might belong to the Old Kingdom. I'll be honest, I'm incredibly uneasy about all of this. But at this point, there's no option but to move forward.
That is literally how this game works. There is no option but to move forward. You can never go back and grind. This is literally like the entire set of arguments in my freaking Fire Emblem Three Houses video essay, or one of the big sets of arguments at least. My goodness. That literally really summed it up. You can only go forward. I guess we're talking to everybody. This exploration, screw it. I guess that's what's happening. Who wants to talk to me right now? Who can I get motivation up with for free? Lysithia. I'll give her for sure training with... Oh, Hanneman. Wait. It'll take some time before you can deepen this, but... Oh, it's Hanneman that wants to talk to me. Okay, well, I can just do that, like, whenever then, I guess. I guess it's gonna be one of those... It's been a long time since I did an exploration where I talked to everybody. I mean, what people get for selling you a KitchenAid. Yeah, so like they get part of the cost involved, so they get a commission, and it can also mean that.
Remain united. But thanks to this latest ploy, my father is more suspicious of Claude now than ever, if such a thing is possible. Ordinarily, I might credit his helpful posture toward us to his devout faith in the Church of Seros. But it is clear to me now that this is nothing more than a shrewd calculation on his part. He is only thinking of his position. We are in the clear for now, but please bear in mind that the Alliance is never an entirely stable union.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna wind up talking to everybody because it's been a long time since doing that. I guess I used to talk to everybody every single exploration in my playthrough stuff.
So,
we'll do it this time.
Invading Empire territory, huh?
Yeah.
There's not much we can do.
It's crazy how much voice acting is in this game.
I truly believe that we have it in us to succeed.
Like, I'm genuinely curious if you got every unique line of dialogue in this game and put them all, like, you know, not on top of each other, but, like, all in one straight line in, like, a timeline in a video editor. Like, how long would it be? Like, how many total hours of completely unique voice acting is in this cartridge?
Our first skirmish.
Like, I'm genuinely
Next
curious.
battle's a different matter.
Like,
The
what it would
Empire
add
will
up
come
to. It's
after
probably
us
some
with
crazy
everything it's
number.
got. Even so, the ultimate victory will be ours. And I'm not just saying that. I've made ample preparations to ensure our victory. It's my rule to never leave victory to chance. You can't rely on the protection of the goddess. With your
I
power
agree.
and my schemes, I should be able to plot a direct course to victory.
Like, it's probably some stupidly long amount of time. Hey!
I hear the next battle could be a big one. Is that true?
It's the big
I
one.
miss the old days when if someone got hurt, we'd rush them to the infirmary and make them well. But on the battlefield, there's not enough time to help. People die. Professor, don't be one of those.
I've said it many times, I'll say it again. Fire Emblem Three Houses is a very interesting game through, like, the arguments and things that it portrays. Too bad there's too much fluff to get through to get that.
Each time we press forward, our search for Rhea broadens to a wider area. I certainly hope we will find at least some clue. But I do suspect I already know where she is.
McDonald's play
If I'm
place.
right, and she is in the Imperial capital. Then we cannot save her until we topple the Empire.
That dude back there is like, I'm going this way, never mind, I'm going that way. You gotta love the freaking randomly walking AI. And the way that they behave sometimes. It's great. I'll tell you, said that might be fun too. It would literally just be like unintelligible noise of just like loud sound.
The mysterious military force is the remnants of the kingdom.
It wouldn't be discernible that his voice is at all.
Of a united front. But from what I've heard, that's going to be difficult.
Just be like a unified sound.
If they're clamoring for revenge and death, it's probably better if we have nothing to do with them.
Nobles who are changing allegiance again and again. I do not have understanding for that.
I do
How
not
can
have
you
understanding
trust
either.
Treason comes with ease. How can you be calling yourself a noble? I do not have understanding of the reasoning.
They're struggling for survival too.
Surviving is more difficult without trust. There must be some other goal.
Again, very interesting game. Should I go talk to Hanneman? He wants to have a little chat with me about my crest. He heard that I use Colgate and he wants to recommend Crest to me again. Can't believe it.
Professor.
Professor!
How are you doing, Professor? Would you care to join me for a cup of tea? It occurs to me that whenever we chat, I have a tendency to pester you with my questions and theories about your history. It seems only fair to speak on the topic of myself for once. And perhaps you might feel more positively inclined toward my research if I shared my own story.
You have my attention.
I am quite pleased to hear you're interested. Yes, quite pleased. Well, I suppose I should begin at the beginning, eh? I was born into a noble house of the Empire. Not a large house, mind you, but noble all the same. Our land holdings were small, but our bloodline was quite strong. So, as you can imagine, there were many of us in the family who carried the power of crests. I myself bear a minor crest. Our family's abundance of crests may be part of the reason I've been interested in the topic since I was just a boy. I dedicated myself to my studies, and after years of effort, I became lead crest scholar at the Empire's largest research institution.
You gave that up to come here.
My research is more important than social standing in the Empire. There I had only Imperial blood, and thus Imperial crests at hand. So I came to Garrick Mach and devoted myself to my research during my time as a professor. My progress is slow, but with each revelation, I move ever closer to the answers I have sought for decades. Your cooperation as the bearer of the Crest of Flames ensures my research will continue to advance. In fact, it may bring me ever closer to the goal of uncovering everything there is to know about crests. I do hope you shall continue helping me advance in this field of study.
Okay.
Together, we will solve the mystery of your crest of flames, and our world will be the better for it. Shall we proceed? My lab instruments are fully prepared. I have a great number of tests I'm excited to carry out. No, don't worry. They won't hurt one bit.
You know, I've never actually seen their ace support. Maybe in this playthrough, it might be worth it just throwing him on my unit as an adjutant at some point. And just, you know, getting to ace support to see what the ace support conversation is. Because I'm actually curious. This is now occurring to me, like, I've straight up never seen it before. So, maybe I should do that. Just have him as an adjutant and get that. It really calms you when you make a tea out of it. Not even the smell is soothing. Thank you so much. I feel like I can fight again. Cool. Okay. Now, we go to Abyss. We go to Abyss now, our final little area to explore, and then we'll end the exploration, and we'll wrap up the stream after the lesson. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. The Sleeping Sand Legend. What's that one? Is that one of the ones I've done before? Paralog is that. I guess that's gonna be one for next session. I guess. Dad Axe tournament is going on, apparently.
Hey you, listen up.
Whoa, you're actually fully loaded.
The Great Tree Moon is finally upon us. It's time to celebrate a new year. We only get so many. Folks up top don't seem to be in the mood to celebrate, though. I hate war.
I do like the Abyss Keeper. I do like him. I love how he's just like the opposite of Gatekeeper.
I hurt my leg.
But he has
in
his
the
own
last
charm.
battle. Had to take shelter down here. Nowhere else to go. Be careful up there. All sides are bringing their strongest people to this fight. Count Burgleys in the Empire, Lord Holst in the Alliance. I'm sure the Kingdom's got someone too.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you're still listening, Aaron, when I was talking about the DLC earlier, and this is basically like the hub for the DLC, and you can access it in the main game after doing the DLC. If you didn't know, on the surface, there's the Gatekeeper who's always like, "Greetings, Professor, nothing to report." And then when you come down to Abyss, there's the Abyss Keeper who's like,
"Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report."
"Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report." And it's great. I love it.
It seems the Alliance has avoided becoming nothing but a glorified battlefield. I may have cut ties with my family, but I'll admit, I'm still worried about how they're faring. For now, at least, my little bro has managed to keep them afloat. He's a good leader.
Who's your little bro? What? Who is it? I've forgotten.
That's so. What a pain. What an absolute pain.
What's the matter?
Concern.
What's the matter? Are you the Aegis, aren't
A
you?
little too nice. Here's a word of warning. If anyone here asks you for a favor, it's probably just a scam.
They're fighting people we used to know from the Officers Academy. Guess that's the kind of thing that happens in war, but still, it's pretty twisted.
And we actually got to experience it because we didn't recruit them this time.
Ugh. Maybe I'll just try not to think about it.
My rule is never to play my hand if I can't win. That's why I'm here. To win. This is my life on the line. Don't let me down, yeah?
You're literally like one of the
I'm
best
the one who
units in my
decided
entire
to be
army.
part of this. So it's my own fault if things go south.
Having a freaking Canto Dancer is like one of the most insane things I've ever seen in any Fire Emblem game. So you're pretty good there. Bunch of random stuff in the scrap heap that'll yoink.
Hello.
Hello.
I used to be a rather important person in the church, but I am in exile for committing a crime. I embezzled some money, but it wasn't out of greed. My hometown was pillaged, you see, and the church wasn't putting in enough to rebuild.
There's a lot of little arguments that the game makes under the surface.
Across the bridge is Burgley's territory. It marks the start of our incursion into the Empire. Worry not. I feel no trepidation as we do this. Mark how my spellcraft carries us through to Envar, heart of the Empire.
Alrighty. Alright, that's everybody to talk to here. I guess I'll end the exploration. Is what I better do. Oh, loading screen instead of calendar. I guess because I'm ending exploration from Abyss? Probably. Most likely the advice box. Each month people will approach the counselor with their concerns. Select responses that satisfy them and your support points will increase. Like, at least that you could roughly guess based on their personalities, but like, not always. I have to go now, have a nice rest after the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up in like 2 minutes. Is the thing, but I appreciate you stopping by hanging out, Aaron. Hope you have a good rest of the day. I'm just gonna do this instruction and then I'm gonna end the stream. Because I've been doing this for a while. Look at that freaking S+ maxed out gauntlets that we managed to jank over. Certainly was something, wasn't it? Welp. Neat.
I've got the gist of it now.
We could try to have it work up to S. That's what we could do. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, do I want him to work on authority? Nah, I've kind of given up on the rally bot build for him. I don't know. We're gonna hit S+ here very soon. There's no point me even doing that in the classroom here. It's gonna happen in regular gameplay at this rate. Is the thing. Yeah, Marianne is pretty alright. He's a dark flyer. Let's just go ahead and build this up. Wow, that sucked. Hilda over here needs to continue to do riding practice. There we go. Get the perfect. Get one perfect in the mix. At least we got the C+.
This will be helpful.
Bit by bit there. Leone can practice some more flying, I guess. Flying with Air Leone. I have such weird RNG this session. What the heck? Yeah, Flane can go ahead and learn some stuff here. That's what you can do. Sounds like a good idea. Nice. Excalibur.
Understand more every day.
Excalibur. And then 2 left. Yeah, I feel like developing Balthus's magic on the side might not be a bad idea. I mean, I basically never have him actually attack with magic. I mean, we can try to get this up to B. That is what we can do, to be or not to be. Nice, that was pretty good. And then... do I still want to do the thing, maybe? Maybe I won't train him in flying. Maybe I'll just get him Vantage plus Wrath. And like a Forged Killing Edge.
Go on.
So like probably not 100% crit rate, but like very close.
I'm looking sharp, huh?
Getting very close to probably being able to get Warrior on him. I probably didn't need to put those extra points in. Let's make sure that my goals aren't needless things. Like, I don't need lances here anymore. I didn't need lances a while back, but I forgot to take it off. What was the thing, though? So, I mean... yeah, I could always just do, like, this or something. That might go up to S with this next thingamabob anyway. Yeah, I can't have Raphael work on brawling anymore. You don't need to work on riding anymore, so you may as well work on both magics. How about? Alright, our options are changing around here bit by bit. Alright, how about axes, and then we can focus on some heavy armor, I suppose. I mean, or authority. Get that up a little bit higher and then switch to authority. I mean, no, I shouldn't mind. I'm switching to authority right now. Looks like that's a preset thing, the biggest on the battlefield. I love how these are like... okay. Nice duplicate things there. Yeah, what if I just... I honestly don't know what I'm doing with Ignatz. Let's just give him magic crap. That's what we do. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Oh, I don't need to develop heavy armor anymore after that one set of shenanigans that I did. During those grinding battles. During that one quest battle, I believe it was. So I'll still develop riding. But heavy armor's freaking pretty darn set. I could have you learn some more stuff with bows, and then you can, like, wield bows from the back of the thing. Like, how much lance do you need for this anyway? Oh, no lance at all, just axe and such. So yeah, maybe bows is an alternate thing. I mean, you're probably gonna get that to freaking S+ in regular stuff anyway. With, like, regular activities. Yeah, we could have you be, like, a bow-wielding Great Knight, just because. It's pretty good. Yes. We will do that. Axe and flying. Okay. Okay. Whole bunch of random junk for those nerds and stiff. Did I ever change Seth's things away? I could change them to something weird for him just because. Sure. Because I assume Lance and Authority is probably his standard thing. Yeah, I'd probably just have Flame and Gremory at the end of the day. Like 4 uses for Fortify. Sounds great to me. Yeah, I mean, my audio just cut out again. I assume that's just on my end and not elsewhere. Is my headphones turn off? My headphones literally turned off. I wonder if the cord's loose. Wait, if I adjust my microphone here, what? And unplug this and plug it back in again. Like, oh, and now it's not measuring desktop audio. Well, who knows what happened to the audio? It broke again for me streaming for so long, I guess. My headphones are on again. I could put on music again, I guess, because the game sound just stopped working. What do I have queued up on Nightbot here? Apparently queued up in my playlist is the Fat Rat Fly Away Piano and Strings by Liza Bunky. Okay. Let's jam out to this. Actually, never mind. It's not even playing on the stream because it's freaking busted again. What the hell? Properties. I'll switch it away and then switch it back to default. And then properties for my capture card. Wait, unless I can actually fix this right now. Advanced audio properties. Monitor output, monitor off. Whoa, I fixed it. Never mind, we're not listening to a really good remix. Which is honestly kind of saddening, but at least we get to have game sound now. Man, it's so weird. It's so strange. Might be interesting. Might well be. So you're focusing on both magics. How about we get axe to at least A? Is what we do. Constants, both magics. Okay. Okay. We'll do that. How about? Alright, let's go ahead and begin training.
Professor, may I ask you something?
Ah, your motivation's already maxed out. Dang. I've heard rumors about ghosts roaming the monastery. I'm certainly not scared, nor do I have time to worry about it. But, you should probably do something about it, for the sake of others. Let's bring more candles to the halls to brighten things up. Maybe we can appease the restless spirit somehow. Being scared helps build character. Let's brighten some things up.
I see.
There we go.
Professor.
Sorry. Alright, listen up. This is how we are going to conquer the YouTube algorithm, you all. Or something. Hello, hello, Luigi time. Welcome to group tasks in a hot second. If it loads, what the hell?
We won't even break a sweat. Right, no problem. Look, Professor, not too shabby, right?
Perfect. Perfect, man. I was about to say, is nothing going to increase? Oh, on characters I don't use is the thing. On characters I don't even use. Alright, I'm going to quickly do some reclassing, and then I'm going to wrap things up here. So, I could get Moral 7. I don't really need to. But my characters that could go into master classes that I didn't have master seals for, I can now do. So Raphael, with his literally maxed out brawling ability, can now become a wonderful war master in the army and freaking destroy everything. It's gonna be great. Especially now that he has Fist Fair and Brawling Crit plus 10. It's gonna be great. Let's go ahead and put you into that. Is there anybody else in any specific master classes that I wanted to get? Or was that it? Was that literally the only one? Oh! Flane can go become a Grimory, which is nice. Wonderful news. Stat bonus, luck.
I have
Guessed correctly. Just from looking at the stats and such. And then, yeah, I don't really have much need to. Oh, yes, I can get you into Grimory just so that you get like experience with that and such. Yes. Yes. And I can attempt to give Yuri Warrior.
piece of cake.
Maybe. Yes, I'll change into that. And I can attempt this really quickly. I'm gonna attempt it. Let's see. Heck yeah! So we can get Vantage Wrath on him at least. I'm not gonna do Vantage Wrath Defiant Crit, but maybe Vantage Wrath. Maybe. Alright, let's go ahead and change into that class for now. Alrighty, so it has been a freaking 9-hour stream if you count DBD before I switch to this game. This has been a very long stream from last night to now 8 in the morning the following Sunday. I was not planning on streaming this long. I'm like not tired, like sleepy tired, but I'm like semi-tired of streaming and just really want to chill out and stuff. So apparently this is Claude's Paralog. Suggested level 37. Interested in learning more about the legend of Saint whatever, one of the 4 saints. Claude ventures out into the territory of Margrave Edmund to the Strang region. But with that, we made some very good progress this stream, to say the least. It has been a long time since I've done a stream this long of this game. It was certainly something. But with that, I need to wrap this up here, or else I'm going to destroy my body more than I already have if I stream this any longer. So, like, for the sake of me physically and my throat, which is getting really dry, I gotta end the stream. So, thanks all who stopped by and hung out and such. And I'm going to probably not go sleep. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure something out. But I'm heading out of here either way, so see ya.